The Anonymous LiveCD is described as follows by its SourceForge page. Chaos Theory's Anonymous LiveCD is a bootable LiveCD based on OpenBSD that provides a hardened operating environment whereby all ingress traffic is denied and all egress traffic is automatically and transparently encrypted and/or anonymized. In a nutshell, Anonymous LiveCD encrypts and scrubs all outgoing data with Tor and Privoxy and has strong firewall rules to make a system running it hard to detect on the network by means of scanning. It allows you to more easily stay anonymous on the internet, and even if the CD does not support your hardware, you can use the free VMware player to run it. Before we continue, you may want to read up on the Electronic Freedom Foundation's Tor network and how it works to anonymize network traffic. Also, check out the Chaos Theory's project website for more information on Anonymous, and download the Anonymous LiveCD from its SourceForge page. Click Next when you're ready to continue this tutorial. The first thing, of course, you'll need to do is boot from the CD. You'll either have to go into the BIOS and set it to first boot from the CD-ROM, or you can hit the special key on startup. Anonymous is going to ask you a few questions on startup. The first one, you just hit Enter Pass. The second one, I usually choose to just generate a password. I only need to use this if I want to do something as root on the system. You'll get a few localization questions, answer accordingly. Also, you'll get asked whether or not you want to randomize your MAC address. To be more secure, you might want to randomize your MAC address. I'm not going to do it in this case since I'm using VMware to run the LiveCD. I'm also going to choose to have my NIC automatically configured by DHCP, but you may want to do it by hand if you know the proper settings to be a little bit more silent. I'm just going to hit Enter past the video card information and choose Enter windowed mode. If I had been using this from my laptop with a wireless card, I would have been asked to configure which SID I want to attach to, as well as the web key. However, since I'm running this from VMware, I didn't get that particular option. It may take a bit of time for X to load. When it does, I'll go ahead and try to start up a web browser and the game IM client, which I can use to get onto various instant messaging services as well as IRC. Strangely enough, I actually found it ran faster on my system when I was using VMware than when I was running it straight off the system. I'm not quite sure why that is. Some things seem to take quite a bit of time to load, so be patient. However, once you get on the Tor network, be ready to be more patient. While it's a great service for anonymizing, don't expect it to be as fast as just being straight out on the internet. That's not really what it's there for. It's there to anonymize your traffic and to keep people from easily being able to trace back where you're coming from. I'm just going to close down the game client because since I don't plan on logging into it, just have faith that it does work, and I'm going to bring up a command prompt. As I was recording this video, Firefox popped up before I got finished with my command prompt, so I'll just switch back to that task. What I want to show you at the command prompt is that it's sending DNS queries to the local host. Thus, it's not sending them to the general network where network admins might be able to see at least what names you're trying to resolve. This feature helps add to your networking privacy. Now let's switch back to Firefox and go to my website, irongeek.com. From there, I'm going to choose the UIP page so we can see what information my website thinks it knows about my particular host. I can assure you that the IP you see is not the IP I'm actually coming from, but the Tor exit point that I'm coming out of. This might very well change over time, and if I reload this page a few minutes later, it may not necessarily be the same exit point. Also notice down at the bottom of this page that Privoxy scrubs certain bits of information that might be gleaned by using JavaScript on the site. Next, I'll take you into Firefox's settings underneath General Connection Settings and show you how it's set up to use the local proxy running on this host. The Chaos Theory team has also set up a few other applications to run through the Tor network, such as the Secure Shell client. Also, I believe they've set up Netcat to work on this box as well, though I'm not exactly able to confirm that as of yet. I've been having some issues getting it to work properly. As a side note, if you're running this LiveCD from your laptop with a wireless card, you may want to drop out to a command prompt and type ifconfig and see what interfaces it sees, and make sure your wireless card is properly configured. Click Next to continue this tutorial. Here are a few extra links you may want to use to do further research. The Electronic Freedom Foundation's Tor site for more information on how the Tor network works, as well as onion routing. The Privoxy website. Chaos Theory Team's website, and also the site where you can download Anonymous.OS on SourceForge.net. Thanks go out to my cohorts, the Informaticon crew, Nick at RootSecure.net for the news, and all the folks at AntiOnline.com and BinRef.com.